So this study is a study that was performed in the UK by the MRC, and they had several thousand patients, transplant eligible and transplant ineligible. These patients were randomized to the standard treatment or the experimental treatment, which is either transplant followed by lenalidomide maintenance or lenalidomide dexamethasone upfront for those who are not transplant eligible. And the crux of the study was to see how these patients relapsed. According to the study, when they had a biochemical relapse, they had to stop study drugs. So the question was, when they relapse, do they relapse much more aggressively than those on standard treatment or not? And this study was extremely reassuring because what it did show was that when they progressed biochemically, in fact, they progressed at the same tempo as those who are on placebo. And therefore, there was a treatment-free interval, or there was a sufficient time for you to act upon these patients to get on to their second-line treatment. And this was not any worse than those patients in placebo. And I think what it does is that it reassures me that in Canada, where lenalidomide is a standard treatment up front, that these patients, when they progress, their progression is no worse or no more explosive than those who are on standard treatment. And this allows us to have time to decide what their second-line treatment will be. In addition, this begs the question, I believe, as to whether you can add on a treatment to these patients who are progressing on lenalidomide, such that either you're on a triplet or whatnot, and as to whether this can recapture response with lenalidomide. And this is going to be an interesting question, which hopefully we'll be able to answer through some of our databases that we're collecting in Canada.